Hi, my name is Chad.
And my name is Nang. Last year, Chad and I worked in Sweden as berry pickers. We want to tell you more about our work so that you know what to expect if one day you decide to become a berry picker.
Berry season in Sweden starts in July, and so does our work. We usually return to Thailand in September or October.
Berry pickers work in the forest. Berry picking does not exceed 8 hours a day. However, no one knows where the berries grow. Therefore, we travel many hours across remote forest areas to find the best berry spots. All this traveling adds to the time that we spend outside our accommodation. We work 6 days per week and then have 1 day off. Most of us work in teams of 4 to 7 people. Cars are provided by our employer. The cost of car rental and petrol are paid for by the employer as well. 1 to 2 workers are appointed to be the team's drivers and receive training on how to check the car's safety. Insurance, should an accident take place, is arranged and paid for by our employer.
Some days our work can be very difficult because we must walk long distances in Sweden's wet and cold weather conditions. Warm clothes and scarves are must-have items. Our employer also provides us with protective equipment, such as visibility vests, raincoats, boots to walk in the muddy forest, gloves, and basic berry picking tools.
As we head back to the camp, and before we finish our shift, we need to weigh the berries collected that day at the weighing station, located in the camp or nearby. We need to do this because we are paid based on the quantity and type of berries we pick each day, and the price per kilogram at time of weighing. Berry prices change daily or weekly. I always remind my fellow berry pickers to keep the pay slips that are given to workers after weighing the berries each day, to keep track of how much money they made. The payment is transferred to the workers' accounts every 15 days.
It is difficult to predict the berries' price for the coming season because there are various factors that may affect the piece rate. These factors include the quantity of berries available, the quality of berries, the weather conditions, the length of the berry seasons for each type of berries, and, most importantly, the current market demand.
Prices also depend on the type of berries. Blueberries are quite common and cheap. Lingonberries are not very expensive, but they are a lot easier to find in large quantities. Cloudberries are rarer and have higher value.
When working full-time, we are guaranteed a monthly minimum wage. The minimum wage is different each year. Workers will also get an additional 13% holiday compensation, which is calculated based on the number of actual working days. The monthly minimum wage and holiday pay are the guaranteed minimum. If the value of the collected berries is lower than the guaranteed minimum, the employer will top the wage up to that amount.
When we are in Sweden, our employer provides accommodation and food at a fixed cost, which is deducted from our income. We often stay together in a compound consisting of repurposed buildings, former holiday resorts, forest cabins, schools, or community halls. Men and women stay in separate accommodation. Depending on the camp, we may share a room or a big hall, sleep in bunk beds or individual beds.
In some camps, we also have lockers to keep our personal belongings. Some camps have access to Wi-Fi in common areas. However, as the connection may be slow, we tend to use our mobile data to be able to contact our family in Thailand.
Many of us bring Thai spices and ingredients from Thailand to use when preparing our food in Sweden. Food then tastes almost like back home. Now you have an idea about the nature of berry picking work. We hope this video helps you to decide if labor migration is right for you. Please ask your recruitment agency if you have more questions. You can also call 1506 Thailand's Ministry of Labour hotline when in Thailand.
Or call the toll-free international number +66 205 91506 and press 2 to connect with Thailand's Department of Employment from any part of the world.